When it comes to buying the right products, there's a lot to look out for. That's why today, we've picked and reviewed the 5 best models for you. And we've ranked them by many different factors, such as price, quality, durability, performance, and more. You can see their prices and find out more information by using the links in the description down below. Let's not waste any more time and get started with the video. Next up, we have a model which gives you the best value for your money.
Number 5. AOC G2590FX. There are numerous 24 to 25 inch 1080p 144Hz 1 millisecond gaming models available, which can certainly make choosing the right one a bit overwhelming. The AOC G2590FX, however, plays it safe and gives you everything you need for competitive gaming at the right price. You get AMD FreeSync as well as G-Sync compatibility with a wide dynamic range, low input lag, quick response time and a high refresh rate. The monitor uses a 24.5-inch 144Hz TN panel from AUO. A slight difference compared to the older panel is that this is a native 144Hz rather than 120Hz overclocked to reach 144Hz. The panel supports 8-bit color via the usual 6-bit plus FRC dithering. The monitor looks noticeably sleeker than most 24-inch 144Hz monitors. The new panel design features a dual bezel composition, or 3 sides frameless as AOC puts it, with a hard outer component as well as an exceptionally slender panel border. The panel border is not readily visible when the monitor is switched off, and it blends in seamlessly. Including both components, the bezels are around 7.5mm or 0.3 inches thick at the top and sides. The bottom bezel features a thicker bezel in a slightly metallic dark red colour with no real panel border visible. This is around 18mm or 0.71 inches thick. Another red element can be seen in the middle of the stand neck in the form of a dark red semi-matte plastic cable tidy loop. We didn't find these red elements too gaudy or eye-catching when using the monitor and felt they look quite pleasant really, but personal preferences differ. Using the joystick placed on the back of the monitor, you can easily navigate through the OSD on-screen display menu and adjustments. Pressing the joystick up when not in the menu allows you to swap input sources. Pressing it down places a red dial point fixed crosshair, while pressing it to the left opens the game mode presets, FPS, racing, RTS and 3 customizable gamer profiles. The AOC G2590FX offers an appealing set of features and specifications for the price if you're looking for a high-quality monitor for competitive gaming.
This next model is the fastest out of the bunch. If speed is important to you, then definitely go with this one.
Number 4. ViewSonic XG2560. AU Optronics' fast 25-inch panel has found its way into every major manufacturer's gaming monitor line. We've already tested 4 of these speed demons and found that they offer the ultimate in smooth motion and lightning-quick response. Despite their low FHD resolution and old-school TN screen, there are no other monitors that can make the game an extension of the player's mind more so than these. It definitely is one of the fastest monitors in this list. The XG2530 seems a bit daunting at first, but once you peel away the layers, it's no different than any other 25-inch 240Hz gaming monitor. Of the 5 we've had so far, it and AOC's are the only ones supporting FreeSync. Asus, Acer and Alienware employ NVIDIA's G-Sync technology. ViewSonic is taking full advantage of the spec by keeping adaptive sync alive all the way down to 24Hz. While this is admirable, one would need a seriously old video card to run a game that slowly at only 1920 by 1080 pixels. ViewSonic has never been one to apply a lot of extra design elements to its gaming monitors. The XG2530 has the same purposeful and industrial look as its business-oriented counterparts. To set the XG line apart, you'll find a few bits of red trim and some textures here and there, but nothing like the sci-fi feel you get with Asus's ROG displays. Like any TN panel, the XG2530 doesn't excel at off-axis image quality. The red colour shift to the sides is easy to see, but there is an upside when comparing it to other TN panels. It manages to retain decent shadow detail. Our FreeSync system isn't quite up to the task of providing 200 FPS rates in games like Tomb Raider or Far Cry 4, but its Radeon R9 285 card has no problem with 75 FPS at maximum detail settings. Lara Croft and her simpler textures make for super responsive gameplay with motion that almost anticipates hand movements. And once you're playing at these speeds, FreeSync versus G-Sync is a non-issue. The ViewSonic XG2530 represents the category extremely well. It's price competitive, well built, and loaded with every conceivable feature and adjustment a user could want.
Next up, we had the highest end model that you can get your hands on. It costs more than the rest, but it does do its job extremely well.
Number 3. Asus VG27AQ. The Asus Tough Gaming VG27AQ delivers fast, smooth and crisp gaming thanks to its peak 165Hz refresh rate and improved motion blur technology. It's hard to find a screen that's as rapid and as clear as this display. It has a good resolution and great colours too. Its physical feature set is a little scarce and contrast could be better, but this is a good option for people who play fast-paced games. The Asus Tough Gaming VG27AQ is a hot item at the moment, and we believe this is due to a combination of factors. It's a 27-inch 1440p 165Hz IPS display. That's the sweet spot for resolution, refresh rate and panel technology for gaming right now. It's one of those things that ticks a lot of boxes. The next factor is it includes a feature called ELMB Sync, which for the first time allows you to use adaptive sync variable refresh rates and blur reducing backlight strobing at the same time. The design includes a highly adjustable stand. We're getting the works with height, tilt, swivel and pivot support. The range of height adjustment is above average, and it's great to get enough pivot support to use the monitor in a portrait orientation. There's a VESA mount available as well in case you need it. Despite all the adjustments, the stand is sturdy and doesn't wobble much. The Asus delivers great colour quality. The panel's factory Delta E measurement of 1.36 is superb, and it means no colour deviations that human eyes can detect. The screen's colour temperature of 6298K is great, and it delivers tones that are accurate and lifelike. It's not far enough away from the 6500K ideal to prove noticeable during gameplay. The gamma level of 2.22 is top-notch too, tallying well with the key 2.2 figure. The VG27AQ marks a successful monitor debut for the Tough brand. The Asus succeeds in several key areas. Its high refresh rate and the addition of ELMB Sync means that this panel has crisp, smooth gaming at high speeds, so it's well suited for FPS and competitive play. Elsewhere, this fast, smooth screen has a versatile size and resolution and great colour quality. Its contrast is more middling, but it's still good for gaming in that regard.
Before we talk about the best model overall, let's look at the runner-up for this list.
Number 2. Dell S2417DG. When it comes to gaming monitors, the combination of styling, responsiveness, G-Sync capability and resolution of the Dell S2716DG wins many fans over. With the Dell S2417DG, these attributes have been carried over onto a smaller monitor with lower price tag, region dependent, and superior pixel density. In addition to this, the refresh rate has been boosted slightly from 144 to 165 Hz. Although monitor size is very much a personal preference, there are some users who much prefer gaming on 24-inch screens to anything larger. The monitor shares the understated aesthetics from its predecessor, distancing itself from many far more ostentatious gaming offerings. The front features slender dual-stage bezels with a very slim, hard outer component and a slender panel border visible at the top and sides, and just a sliver at the bottom. The total bezel width, including both components, is roughly 6.5mm or 0.26 inches at the top and sides, slightly slimmer than the already svelte bezels of the 27-inch model. At the front of the monitor, the bottom bezels are roughly 17.5mm or 0.69 inches, including a sliver of panel border, sloping diagonally downwards and backwards slightly. When it comes to gaming performance, the S2417DG knocks it out of the park, thanks to its speedy screen refresh and pixel response rates. Motion handling was outstanding in our Crysis 3 PC and Call of Duty Infinite Warfare tests, with no obvious motion blur or ghosting, and only a trace of screen tearing. Gameplay was fluid, but appeared even smoother when I enabled G-Sync. Don't let the Dell 24 gaming monitor S2417DG fool you. Despite its business-like appearance, it is equipped with a high-resolution 24-inch panel that can be clocked up to 165 Hz to deliver outstanding fast-action gameplay, and it uses NVIDIA's G-Sync technology to eliminate screen tearing. You can choose one of 3 picture presets that are optimized for specific types of games, and the ergonomic stand lets you position the screen for maximum comfort.
Finally, the next model is the best overall. From us, it gets a perfect score in all categories.
Number 1. LG 27GL650FB. The The LG 27GL650FB is the latest 144Hz 1080p monitor to arrive with a more vibrant IPS panel which supersedes the usual TN and VA models in the market. Gamers have been asking for an IPS variant of this gaming monitor format for quite some time, since the panel type used to be exclusive to premium 1440p and 4K products. The LG 27GL650FB follows in the wake of the very popular LG 27GL850, but can its capabilities outweigh its higher price tag? The LG 27GL650FB sports the same minimalist aesthetic as the other Ultra Gear monitors, which we think makes them more palatable than the gaudy-looking alternatives. The monitor has a sleek matte black finish that feels nice to the touch, along with streaks of red in some discrete parts of the device. The display is bezel-free on 3 sides, so you get a nice undisturbed view of the clear IPS panel. The LG 27GL650FB sports a 27-inch IPS panel with a 1920x1080 resolution, 144Hz refresh rate, and 5 milliseconds native response time. The backlight maxes out at 400 CD per m squared, while contrast sits at a typical 1000:1. This model has a flat screen and it doesn't have nano IPS technology like some of the newer offerings we reviewed earlier. Full HD monitors at this size almost always get complaints regarding its lower pixel density, which supposedly results in a less pleasurable viewing experience. However, we think that you will indeed see some image softening or loss of detail, but it's not as pixelated as everyone fears. The LG 27GL650FB is a decent gaming monitor if you want a premium feel with excellent design and usability. The IPS panel provides a reasonable pre-calibrated state in image quality, ensuring that you can start enjoying it right away after unboxing. The monitor is also one of the most responsive models we've seen, with only a few options faring better, like its upmarket sibling, the GL27850B. Buying guide. Firstly, screen size. Everything being equal, if you've got the space and the budget, bigger is almost always better. Screen size labeling is based on the length of the diagonal. That made it easy to compare when almost every screen had the same aspect ratio, the ratio of the number of horizontal pixels to vertical pixels, but wide and ultra-wide screens on desktop and newer ratios on laptops such as 3:2 or 16:10 make it a little more difficult. Secondly, curved or flat. To me, curved monitors are the best way to make a single display wider without forcing you to sit too far back. That's why they make more sense for a desktop monitor than for a TV. Optimally, you should be able to see the entire screen without moving your head too much. Once you get beyond roughly 27 inches, that requires a curve if you're sitting at a desk. Don't get me started on the immersive experiences of curved screens. Unless that display wraps all the way around me, it's no more immersive than any other. At 27 inches and below, aside from the fact that curved displays can look ever so much prettier, one of the few practical applications for it is 3 monitor setups, which let you create a better widescreen experience. And thirdly, color gamut. This is the total number of colors a monitor can display. It's frequently expressed as a percentage of a color space, which is an artificial construct that encompasses all the colors a device should be able to produce for a given purpose. Color spaces are really meant for use in color matching across devices that have different reproduction characteristics. For example, the Adobe RGB color space was designed to encompass real-world colors on a display for reproducing in print. Thanks for watching. I hope you liked the video. If you found it helpful, please remember to leave a like and subscribe to my channel to see more videos like this in the future. If you have any questions related to these products, you can leave a comment below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can.